Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Malik Khalid alias Captain Soil. I live in Casablanca in Morocco. I am a volunteer with Isha Yoga Center in India to support the safe soil movement, because some scientists are saying that today desertification is growing in the world at an alarming speed. Every 5 seconds, the surface area of a soccer pitch on agricultural land becomes sand. At this pace, we only have 40 to 50 years left of agricultural soil. Then there will be a global food crisis. To mitigate this issue, Sadhguru launched the Safe Soil movement and made policies that need to be signed and adopted by all countries of the world. These policies call for a minimum of 3 to 6% of organic matter in the soil to ensure people's good health. I do challenges to support this movement and raise people's awareness about this topic. I've started recently a new challenge which consists of running every day for 365 days at 6 a.m. Today is the 39th day. Are you ready, guys? Let's do this again. Save soil, let's make it happen. 52% of agricultural soils in the world are already degraded. They're already in the desertification stage. Most people still don't know and don't realize the dangers of the desertification. Desertification is growing at an alarming speed. Every 5 seconds, the surface area of a soccer pitch on agricultural land becomes sand. And desertification leads to 6 global issues. 1, food crisis. 2, water scarcity. 3, loss of biodiversity. 4, climate change. 5, loss of livelihood. And 6, conflicts and migrations. These global issues will only get worse over time. And we've already started hearing in the news something called the food wars. If we don't apply safe soil policies, there will be wars for food, and Morocco will not be saved from this. It's better to be wise and to mitigate the issue before the catastrophe hits us. This is why I'm doing this daily challenge, so that the Moroccan people, citizens, can realize the dangers of desertification and start speaking about safe soil policies to be applied and implemented in Morocco, because the leaders, the Moroccan leaders, will not do anything unless people start speaking. And this is the time for the Moroccan people to start speaking about the safe soil policies. If you are concerned about your future and the future of your children, because food shortages and water shortages are coming, and they're coming faster than we expected. Let's discuss the 6 global issues in details. The first one is food crisis. It is expected that in 20 years 40% less food is expected to be produced for a population of 9.3 billion people. There will be more people and less food. This doesn't sound good already, and it will definitely not look good. And right now, more than 2 billion people in the world suffer already from nutritional deficiencies, which leads to multitude of diseases. The second global issue is water scarcity. Depleted soils cannot absorb and regulate water flows, which leads to water scarcity, droughts and floods. Organic matter can hold up to 90% of its weight in water and release it slowly over time. This is a big help in drought-prone areas. The third global issue is the loss of biodiversity. last 30 years, 80% of the biomass insects living in the soil has gone. Scientists are saying that 27,000 species of life forms are going extinct every year. We're talking about billions of life forms. This is a genocide and the record in the field of killing, in the field of destroying. When it comes to destroying, we can destroy very quickly. But when it comes to building and creating, creation takes time, and creation is always happening in silence. Destruction is happening quickly and with loud voice, with noise. This is the time for humanity to be wiser, because the death of these biomass insects means the death of all life on Earth. Most people think that they have more value than the biomass insects, which actually the truth is the opposite. These biomass insects are better than humans. If all humans on the planet go extinct by tomorrow morning, life on this planet will only get better. There will be more insects, more trees, more animals. But if earthworms die by tomorrow morning, in terms of 6 years, all life forms on this planet will disappear. So now you realize that earthworms have more value in terms of life than humans. When an earthworm is better than you, who are you to think that all this creation is created for you? We've been given little, guys. We've been given little activated, and we have a great potential deactivated. Because if you don't manage, if you can't handle the little, you will not be trusted to handle the bigger things in life. This is why in human DNA it's only 10% activated and 90% is still dormant. So we have a great potential, but what we need the most is consciousness, awareness. Now when you realize that earthworms has more value than humans, and these biomass insects living in the soil, they are responsible for the vitamins and nutrients present in our food, and depleted soils mean depleted fruits and vegetables from vitamins and nutrients, and depleted fruits and vegetables means depleted humans. This is why our children fall sick very often. It's because their immune system is so weak, and now we are producing weaker and weaker generations of people, which means that we are going against the evolution, against the nature. In other terms, we have committed a crime against humanity, because our kids, our children must be better than us, must be stronger than us, and now it's the exact opposite. They're weaker than us, they're smaller, they're weaker, they have less wisdom. All this because of the soil depletion. The fourth global issue is the climate change. Carbon dioxide stored in soil is 3 times that in the living plants and 2 times that in the atmosphere. And if soil is not revitalized, it could release into the atmosphere a big amount of carbon dioxide, 850 billion tons. It's more than all the emissions of humanity during the last 30 years. It's not that carbon dioxide is bad, It's about where it is located. If it's in the soil, it's good. It's a good fertilizer for the soil. But if it's in the air, then it's bad. It causes the global warming and the climate change problems. So soil is very crucial for carbon sequestration. The fifth global issue is the loss of livelihood. Thousands of farmers are committing suicide in the world. Just in India, their number is, during the last 30 years, 300,000 farmers have committed suicide in India. And globally, 74% of the poor are directly affected by desertification. It is estimated that desertification is costing the world up to $10.6 trillion every year. This is another form of genocide. It's an economic genocide. Because even if we apply the safe soil policies in all countries of the world, we will not reach such a huge number of dollars. Because the solution is very simple and the resistance is so big. The solution is simple and the resistance is bigger than mountains. The solution is, because right now farmers don't have the information. When they plow the land, the biomass insects were in the soil, were underground. They were hiding from the sun rays. And when they plow the land, they expose these biomass insects under the sun rays. And the sun rays burns them to death. Now the solution for farmers, this is called the agroforestry. It's the best way of doing farming. And every farmer must be aware of this. They don't have the knowledge, they don't have this wisdom and this information. They must plant trees and bushes in their lands so that when the biomass insects are on the top of the soil, they are not burned by the sun rays. They keep being under shade. They must be kept under shade so that they stay alive and they proliferate. The more biomass insects are in the soil, the better it is. And the safe soil policies say that the minimum of biomass insects of organic matter that must be in the soil is between 3 to 6%. And now most lands don't have this percentage. We are under, here in Africa, we are under 1%. And the land is considered desert when the organic matter in it is below 1%, which is the case of Morocco and African countries. But what's really amazing and astonishing to me is that here in Morocco we have a poorer soil than developed countries, and the developed countries such as France, England and Germany, they have signed the safe soil policies, and Morocco is still sleeping on it. Not only the developed countries, other countries such as Palestine, Arabia Saudi, Emirates Arab Uni, Bahrain, Oman, these countries have also signed the safe soil policies because they have leaders who see the dangers of desertification and they are aware of these food wars. And I'm warning you, food wars are coming, and they're coming fast, and you will start hearing them in the news. If we don't act now, we will regret it. As I said earlier, the solution is very simple: to plant trees and bushes in the agricultural lands. But the resistance is bigger than Mount Everest. Why is this? Even though it's been over 2 years and a half that Sadhguru has launched the safe soil policies, I've never heard the Moroccan media mentioning safe soil movement, not even once. This shows that these folks have agendas. They operate by orders. They obey orders, that's all. They're like the military system. When a colonel or someone was an upgrade in the military, they come to the soldier and say, hey, go to that country and kill people. We don't care if they're the soldiers don't think by themselves. They go there and kill. Like a buffalo soldier, as Bob Marley said, it's time to think. As Bob Marley said, you've got a mind of your own, so start using it. There is a guy on the internet who hijacked the computers of the Pentagon and showed the atrocity of the war in Iraq, of the American soldiers. They were killing innocent people and children. This guy is named Assange or something. He was arrested. This guy should be given a trophy, but they arrested him because this is the true nature of the wicked. They don't want themselves to be exposed. But you must know that all lies have an expiry date. As Bob Marley said, you can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. And we have foolers and liars in the position of leaderships, and they've been there for so many years, and it's time for them to leave these places because they lack humanity and empathy. And in other terms, they don't have what it takes to be a leader. The sixth global issue is conflicts and migrations. Land issues have played a significant role in over 90% of major wars and conflicts in Africa since 1990. Desertification could lead over 1 billion people to migrate by 2050. To other regions and countries in the world. And from the French Revolution to the Arab Spring, high food prices have been mentioned as a factor behind mass protest movements. Desertification means that food will be rare. When something is rare, it becomes expensive. The price goes high. So no wonder to see that the price of the food will go higher and higher over the time. And the poor people will not be able to buy food. We need to apply the safe soil policies in Morocco. This is the most urgent action to do right now for all Moroccan citizens. As I said, the solution is simple. Planting bushes and trees in the agricultural lands. And revitalizing the soil. Making the right conditions for the biomass insects to live. It's a very simple solution. We need to do it. We don't have time to overthink it. Because food wars are coming, and we've already started hearing them in the news, and Morocco will not be spared from this unless we sign the safe soil policies. Better to be wise and mitigate the issue before the catastrophe hits us. Now is the best time to start speaking, to show the leaders that we are aware of desertification. And now let me tell you why there is resistance, why it's been more than 2 years and a half, and the number of the safe soil volunteers in the world is over 4 billion people. This is not a movement for a minority teenagers starting to talk about safe soil policies. Safe soil policies is not a minority movement. It's a global movement with over 4 billion people volunteering for it. This needs to reach to people. This needs to be mentioned in the news, but it is not. The news is not mentioning safe soil movements because they have agendas. Their agendas are coming from other places. There are hidden societies such as the Illuminati, the Freemason, Yale, etc. These hidden societies are controlling the world. They are trying to control the world by making this capitalism. In other words, it's the modern slavery system. By hijacking the human imagination, they have created a common paradigm. It doesn't matter where you are, whether you are in America, in France, in Asia, in Africa. It's the same programming, the same modern slavery system everywhere in the world. They have made sure that we have the same programming, the same paradigm. Most people are under hypnosis of the paradigm. We are not aware of what's going on. Now, these folks, they call themselves the elites of humanity because they represent 1% of the global population, and at the same time they have 99% of the global wealth. I call them the elites of cowards because they're hiding in the hidden societies, and you can't find more coward people elsewhere. All of them are gathered there because they can't play with you a fair play. Their only chance to win is by holding some information that other people don't have. This is the only thing they have more than others. This is what allowed them to have more wealth. It's the knowledge, the information, because knowledge is power. And as Jim Rohn said, applied knowledge is true power. Now I'm gonna give you the knowledge and the motivation so that you can become power. You too. You must know that you are a powerful being. You are a powerful human being. You are more powerful than you think. And you have a hidden potential. Only 10% of your DNA is activated and 90% is still dormant, waiting for you to raise your consciousness, to raise your frequency, to start working on your vibrations. These folks know this. They know that you have an unlimited potential. They know that you have warehouse of potential hiding in you, and you were sent here on this planet to be a co-creator with God. And because these so-called elites, the narcissists, they are narcissistic people, they have mental issues, and the narcissists crave two things: control and attention. This is what they want. They want control, to control us. So this is why they have started this programming on us since we were kids. We have been programmed at school, and with parents, with siblings, with society, with people at work, and with the media. To have a negative paradigm, so that they want this unlimited potential that we hold. They want it to be limited, not only limited, but expected. And now what you are going to create, this is what people are creating. They're creating the modern slavery system, the 9-to-5 jobs, a life of misery, a life of poverty, scarcity mindset. Poverty and misery, that's all they're creating, because this is what they have been programmed to be and programmed to do. They don't have the necessary awareness and consciousness and strength and energy to think outside of the box. They're thinking inside of the box, implemented by the hidden societies. You are powerful. You are powerful than you think. You are extremely powerful, extremely amazing. You are a co-creator. And to know who you are a spirit, you are a soul, you are a presence, a consciousness, you are an energy. You are not the body, you are not the mind. Even though the mind is the most powerful weapon on this planet, this is why they started the programming on your mind since you were a kid, because it's everything. Take care of your mind, change your paradigm from negative to positive, and you will experience positive events in life. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, what lies behind you and what lies in front of you are actually tiny matters to what lies within you. He's referring to the whole world. The whole world is nothing to what's within you. And what's within you? He's talking about the soul that comes from God. Jesus Christ said, the kingdom of God is within you. You have the kingdom of the Most High, the Creator, the Father of creation, within you. And it's bigger than the world. This is why they started programming you since you were a kid, so that you never reach this kingdom. You don't know about it, and you don't activate it and reach to it and get to it. Napoleon Hill said, the writer of the famous book Think and Grow Rich, he said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. he is referring to the most powerful weapon on this planet, which is the human mind, and you have one. He said that your mind can achieve anything that you believe. Can you believe this? Can you imagine this? Anything. We're not talking about something possible or impossible. The possible and the impossible depends on your beliefs. Sadhguru said, what is possible and what is not possible is not your business. It is nature's business. What is your business is to strive for what you want. And if you go to nature, you will see that I've seen some insects having the anti-gravity technology used in the construction, in the building of the UFOs, alien spaceships. There has been records in history of humans having the superpower of levitation. Now we are talking about something which is unlimited. Jesus Christ walked on water. This is almost levitation, isn't it? And he healed a blind man. These prophets and sages did miracles because their frequencies and vibrations were higher than most people, and their DNA were activated. As I said, most people have only 10% in their DNA activated, and 90% of it is still dormant. The toxic scientists of the Matrix are calling this huge part of DNA, dormant DNA, they call it the junk DNA. Actually, they are the junk scientists because they're trying to hide the truth from the masses, from you, so that you never realize your potential. And Albert Einstein has the best quote ever. He said, imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. What is the life's coming attractions? It's what you attract. He's talking about the future. So, imagination is everything. It is the preview of your future. Now, if I want to control your future, all I have to do is to control your imagination. This is what the hidden societies have done to us. By school, by society, media, work, everywhere. We have been programmed. Our imagination has been hijacked, and now our future is stolen from us. We don't have a future. We are living in the poverty and scarcity mindset. We are hating each other. We are allowing wars to be. We are allowing liars to rule us. The best news is you can change this. You can take control. You can take back the control of the steering wheel of your life and direct it wherever you want, towards what God wanted from you from the beginning, which is a life of abundance, prosperity, wealth, joy, happiness, and all the positive experiences in life. You can do this because so many people before you have done this. They also were programmed in the Matrix. They were stuck in the modern slavery system, in the 9-to-5 job, working to achieve somebody else's dreams and visions and goals. Because if you don't have your own, you will be exploited by those who have them in this capitalism system. Capitalist system. The capitalism is the modern slavery system, that's all. Before, we used to see the chain irons in people's heads and hands and legs. And now, the chains have become invisible. The chains are in the head. We have limiting beliefs. People think that they can't achieve things in life. I'm here to tell you that you can. As Roosevelt said, the man who said I can and the man who said I can't, they were both right. It depends on your mindset. Now try to build a new mindset. Choose what you put in your hardware and software to start living the life that you want. The first step towards this is because we have self-hatred. We have big amounts of hatred towards ourselves. We have been programmed to be hateful. So the first thing to do is to start doing the Louise's hate exercise. In her seminars, she distributed mirrors to her participants and said to them, look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, I love you. Make it a habit. Every time you look at yourself in the mirror, say to yourself, I love you. This self-love will grow over time. To reach to other people, to other animals, plants and life in general. I know it can be challenging because I've been there. I know that when you look at yourself in the mirror, the first thing you want to do is to give yourself a slap and to start insulting yourself. So instead of saying I love you because it's challenging, we begin to build a positive relationship with yourself. Start by saying, hey Khalid, how are you today? That's all. Do this for some months. Start speaking with yourself in the mirror. Hey, how are you today? I'm fine, thank you. And you? I'm fine too, thank you. After doing this for some times, then you can move to the next exercise, which is I love you. Even if you don't believe it, even if it's uncomfortable, you do it anyway. You will feel strange. You will feel uncomfortable, but this is what change requires. Change requires courage to step outside of the comfort zone, because the life that you want doesn't exist in the comfort zone in which you are right now. You are living in fear, and everything that you want is beyond this fear. You must overcome your fears. Face them, challenge them. Don't allow them to block you, to stop you, and say to yourself, I am invincible, I am unstoppable. And continue with time to exercise. Do these exercises, make them a habit. Try to become better over the time and spare your energy. This is the rule. Anyone and anything who is not there to help you to grow, to improve yourself, your life, to reach your better version, you cut them off. As Les Brown said, get the losers out of your life if you want to live your dreams. These losers are energy vampires. They're a hindrance to your progress. They're there to stop you, to create stagnation. They're there to block you. They're there to make your life miserable. There was some broken bottle in the street. As I said, get rid of the toxic people in your life. You don't need them. They're in need of you more than you are in need of them. You don't need anybody actually. To be honest with you, all you need is God. Put God first, the Most High. He will provide for you. He's not a coward guy. He's not a coward God. He's courageous, brave, righteous, strong with his right hand, righteous hand. So if you want to see, to experience him, you need to show some boldness. He doesn't help the cowards. You didn't stand for yourself. You are allowing the narcissistic people to control you. You are living by orders of people. You are afraid of people instead of being afraid of God. Which means that you are ignoring God. Because the natural thing is to be afraid of God only, and not of people, of the world. As they say in the Bible, you and God are the majority. When you have the most powerful one on this existence with you, who can dare to be against you? They will try, but they will miserably and spectacularly fail. Every time they try, they will fail. They're doomed to fail, as long as you put God first. This is how you can experience God, by taking those uncomfortable decisions in life. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I've done these things for myself. Quitting my job, cutting off all toxic people in my life, changing my mental and physical diet, living by the day, letting God be the provider. And I must tell you this only, and the decision is yours. You have feelings. These feelings are like the GPS in a car. They're there to show you the way. You must honor them. Otherwise, you will go to depression. That's all I can tell you about this. Now, to return to the subject of programming, Albert Einstein said, imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attraction. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of your future. What's in your imagination? We think in terms of images. Now, change the images in your mind. Instead of watching the news, we are living here in Morocco, for example. We don't have war here. And in the news, they're showing us pictures of blood and hurted people, injured people, people crying, dying, people suffering. We don't need these images to be put in our head so that we keep. They're doing this on purpose to keep us on fear. Because when you are in fear, you are paralyzed by fear. You cannot do anything except obeying the orders. This is the modern slavery system. They want you to be paralyzed with fear so that you don't progress in life. You remain stuck and stagnant in your position. This matrix is built to keep everybody in their position. You remain where you are. Even though 50 years pass, you remain the same. and those who are in higher positions remain the same also. And I'm here to change this. I want you to be your best version ever. Don't live the expected life of the Matrix. Live the unexpected life. Try to do your best to activate all of your DNA. Why not you? Why not you? To be among the millionaires and billionaires of this planet. Why not? It's not about something. It's about the mind, the mindset. And you've got one. You need to do the work now. Life happens by seasons. There is a season to sow, and there is a season to reap. And right now, we are reaping what they have sown in our minds, which is a mindset of scarcity, poverty, hatred, misery. This is why we're miserable. Now, forget the past. And let's start afresh, a new experience. We'll start the new where we will sow seeds of positivity, of love, of peace, of joy, of happiness, of acceptance, forgiveness. Positivity, man. If you are positive, you will prosper. Forgive people who hurt you, not for them, for yourself. These are blockages to your healing, to your frequencies. It's a hindrance to your progress. If you are serious about success, you need to forgive people, so that it's like a luggage or a heavy something. You want to go fast, you must get rid of these heavy things. Your past, your resentment towards someone is a heavy something. Get rid of it so that you can move faster. You can do this. Nobody has ever started at the top. Confucius said, it doesn't matter how slowly you go, as long as you don't stop. Never stop. Never give up. Fall down 7, stand up 8. Never give up in life. As Sylvester Stallone said in his movie Rocky Balboa, in life, it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can be hit and keep moving forward. I don't know what life has done to you. All I know is that it's hard, it's painful. Embrace it. Befriend with pain. Successful people don't stop when they feel pain. They stop when they're done. Don't stop when you feel pain. Use this pain as fuel to keep moving, to train yourself to become better. As the American coach David Goggins said, the limit is only in the mind. Once you can do it in your mind, you can do it for real, because the body is just a follower of the mind. This doesn't mean that you need to do the work. You need to do the work. Nothing will come for you easily. But there is a movie called Soul Surfer. It's inspired from a true story of a surfer girl. A shark ate her arm and she struggled to get back to surfing. She was already a champion, earning trophies. But she came back. She bounced back. God has a plan for you too. You need something in life. You need to learn lessons in life. This is why you're facing the hardships, the problems. They're there to help you to grow, to help you to become stronger, wiser, better, resilient. Don't give up. As Earl Nightingale said, don't give up on your dream just because of the time it will take you to get there, because time will anyway pass. Time is moving. Time will not stop. Whether you follow your dream or you remain the same, for time it's the same. But for you, you better follow your dream. So keep moving forward, keep putting the work, put God first, and everything will be alright. What you want will happen. Be consistent, put God first. It's been 11 years that I'm trying to break free from this matrix, and I'm still failing. Okay, so don't give up, because it's hard. And as a chosen one, the matrix is under hypnosis of Satan. Most people are in the lower frequencies, so they're easily manipulated by the devil. And the devil is my enemy, not the people. The people are just vessels. If they're in the lower frequencies, they're vessels for the demons and the devil. If they're in the higher frequencies, they can be vessels for angels and even God. Try to raise your frequencies so that you can activate your DNA fully and you can experience magic in life. I thank you guys for following, for your time, for your attention, for your presence here. Thank you very much. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I love you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow. This is Captain Soil speaking. Save soil. Let's make it happen. Salute.